Hi, welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break Live. You're here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey Trish, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm great, and I feel a little bit awkward. Again, these things we pop up, we don't really plan them. We each had a few minutes to take a break. So then you pinged me and said, hey, let's do this. And I feel kind of silly. I'm wearing the HR Happy Hour old shirt with the new sign behind me.
Yeah,
But
people can weigh in. Do you like the new logo? It's actually behind you. Lean down so people can see, or lean over. There we go. I know we need some new merchandise. We have
we do.
to make that happen. So no, it's one of those days. So again, it's like we're trying to do these just whenever we need a break, and it has been a busy day. So yeah, I've been in calls and meetings. We just got off of recording a great podcast episode with Heidi Spierge from Cornerstone on Demand. So
Yes,
that will be coming up in just a few days, so people can stay tuned for that. But I don't know. I just feel like I just needed a break. I have to tell you the one thing, and I haven't done it yet today, but I am going to make some s'mores cookie bars. Can I show you? So I've got my other computer here pulled up. This is what, so people really know this is like what's really going on in my mind. I don't know. Can you see that?
it's
Probably not.
you can't really see
Right
it, but
there they
okay,
are.
there you go, a little bit.
There they are. So I have not made anything baked in a while, so I'm going to do that today. That's
Nice.
when I finally get a moment to
Good to have a plan.
breathe. Yeah. What are you up to? What's going on? Tell me about your day and taking a break.
Yeah, just busy. Again, we did record the podcast earlier, and I'm doing some work on. I want to do an Alexa show. I feel like we're doing for me to keeping busy is also about just trying to read, research, and promote. Just promote good ideas, good thoughts, and try to create. I mean, I love doing the shows, and this is fun, and I love doing our Alexa show. So I'm trying to keep busy with that, like trying to stay productive and stay positive. Yeah, but now things are good. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I ask you, and I'd be interested in, anybody who's connected to us on Twitter. One of the things, there's kind of like two schools of thought. There are the people that are just trying to stay busy, right? Trying to keep your mind off things, trying to stay busy. And then there's the people, when we were talking with Heidi, it was like people who are maybe now working at home and they don't have things to do after work, other commitments. And so they're actually resting and reading books and painting and doing all these things. Like where do you fall in that spectrum? It almost sounds like you're in the stay busy mode.
Yeah, a little bit more. I would say for me, I'm kind of managing my schedule a little bit differently, I'd say, because I'm probably not glued to work from 8:30 to 5, maybe every
Right.
minute of the day. I'm trying to do it in chunks, but that also means, you're working a little bit maybe early in the morning if you get up earlier, or even later into the evening. I pretty much always have the laptop open, even if it's the evening and I'm watching a movie or some TV or something. I'm trying to get ideas for, oh, this will be good for the show, or, oh, we can talk about this, on the Alexa show or something like that. I'm always trying to read, and I'm also trying to stay on top of the news. And Trish, H3 HR Advisors, right? Our firm is a small business, and we know that. I follow the labor market so closely, and I have for years. Right? I'm just fascinated by it. So I've been reading more about that. And just one thing I wanted to mention, because I got an email about it. We got an email about it the other day from our friend Tracy Volkman over at Paychex. Is about the difficulty that many small businesses are having, not only just navigating these difficult times, but also kind of accessing some of the funding that's been made available by the government. And right, and it's been great news to hear X number of billions of dollars, right, have been made available to small businesses, but many, if not most, are having a hard time accessing that funding. And Paychex looked into this and found out that maybe only about 15% of the small businesses that they surveyed actually have received their payments under the PPP program, and many, many more are having trouble getting approved or getting the process even started, or they're waiting for their payments. So, I'd encourage folks to check that out, and also to access then some of the resources that our friends at Paychex have made available to help you figure out how to get your way through that program. So, I've been focused on labor market stuff, and that came up today when I was looking at some of the data.
Yeah. I definitely feel like as a small business owner, that was something where when the news came out, I obviously went through all the steps to complete the application process. And it probably took me, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours of work, of time to compile all of the information I needed. One thing I will say that I took away from Paychex was that for their customers, they actually did that for them.
Yeah.
So maybe something, for us to consider as well as small business owners. But in the interim, doing it yourself, it's really complex. It was not an easy task. And worked with my local branch of our bank and tried to get everything done and submitted, which I did, but it didn't get approved before the funding ran out the first time. And so then they reached out and said, well, we're not having any luck on applying and putting it back through the second time because, the website's closed and this and that. And so it's been interesting. I finally, after reading a lot about it, I think we're just not going to try and submit it back through at this point. Again, it's just one of those issues where it's really impactful for people and we're trying to do the best we can. And, we'll just continue on. So I don't know, maybe 4 hours of my time is better spent on actually trying to get work and do work versus to fill out a form for that. But
it's been eye-opening, sure, to be, kind of involved in this process.
Really scary.
Not just as outsiders, so many times, right, in the work that we do, we're on the outside looking in a little bit when we're talking about work and workplace issues and in labor market things. And now we're kind of in the middle of it. And yeah, it's been eye-opening.
Yeah, definitely hard to know where to land on spending your time and your effort and your attention. So anyway, if anybody needs the information, Paychex has done a really, really nice job of putting it all together. It's a whole portion of their website now on advice for especially small business owners. So, and you do not have to be an existing Paychex customer to access the information. Really good.
And related to that, we just talked about this with Heidi, and you'll hear that on the full show when it comes out in a week or so. Yeah, I've been encouraged by how many of the vendors in our space have really done a lot by way of giving software for free, software services, documentation, advice, resources, and not only for their own customers but also for the general public. And I'm not going to list them out here, but it's been many. Every day I get an email, I think, about another HCM provider doing something for the community, to try to help, and I think that's pretty encouraging.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I think too, it's just you're starting to see the human side of some of these organizations where maybe you just didn't feel that close to them, and that's been really encouraging as well. So yeah, it's good.
Good stuff.
It's a good thing. Well, good. You know what? I wanted to ask you one other question, and then I'm going to have to actually get back to work. But so I've been kind of wondering about crafts, like arts and crafts. We talked a little bit about, you're pretty focused in. Do you do arts and crafts? Is there anything that you like to do that's sort of
not really, but there's something I've been thinking about doing. I hadn't done it in a long time, and I'll try to get out, or I'll just do it on Amazon. I'll order something.
Okay.
I like to do paint by number.
Are you being serious?
But I mismatch the numbers and the colors. So if the paint by number outline says, number 4 should be royal blue,
okay,
and number 2 should be red, I'll reverse them. Like I'll mix it up just randomly, and then paint the picture and see what I got.
Okay, here's my challenge then. I'm going to say you need to do one of those, and then on a future work break, you need to show your craft work.
My work?
Yeah, show your work.
I will do a mismatch paint by number as soon as possible.
So I think what I'm going to try, and I don't know, I'm going to try it. If it turns out well, I might give it to my mother for Mother's Day, which is this Sunday for anyone who is needing to think about Mother's Day coming up.
Counting down.
There is a website, and I'm gonna have to put on my glasses to read the exact website here. It's shop.thehousethatlars.built, and they have a $10 book on paper flower bouquets. Okay. So I don't know that I can order it. Well, it's an ebook, so yes, I can order it. So anyway, I don't know if anyone remembers, but it made me think of when I was a little girl. We used to take tissue paper and like pipe cleaners. I think you folded it like accordion style. Have you ever seen those flowers? So I think you take layers.
I've seen origami, if we're talking about that.
No, it's like you take layers of tissue paper, you fold it accordion style, okay, to a little stack. And then you would, in the center of it, put like a pipe cleaner or something, or a piece of string around it as the stem. And then you slowly like open up the layers of the paper, and it makes a beautiful like flower. So
sounds fun.
All right, so on a future episode, if I make a paper flower, I'm going to have to show it. You're going to have to show your painting masterpiece.
I will. I'm excited to do it.
Well, good. Well, thanks for taking a work break with me,
Yeah,
and thanks to
been
everyone
fun.
else who's on with us live. I know there's quite a few that are popping on and off live, and we've been getting some good views afterward too, and
Been
lots of
exciting.
comments. So keep up the comments and let us know what you're up to, what we should be talking about. Again, as you can tell, it's whatever's on our mind. So
It's a good break. Yeah.
it is a good break. All right. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.
You too.